What's up, y'all? This is the 2434 podcast where anything is possible and we learn from our wins and losses. Today is episode 2. With a week into the season, we're going to be going over a couple of key points. Today, I got new people because my boy Heck is feeling down under the weather. Just wish him the best, but he will be back. We will be streaming on Anchor later tonight. So, I'm going to let these dudes introduce themselves.
How you guys doing? It's your boy, number 4 Noha, the artist, the creative, all around cool guy. Nice to be with y'all today. Talk a little sports with my guy Dragon. Cheers.
Yo, this is Gnwopp. If you ain't messing with the cause, you lost, alright?
Alright, so we're going to be going over a couple of key points and topics. The first topic is going to be team surprises within a week. A lot of teams have showcased a lot of different skills to it. The second key point, we're going to be looking at trouble in paradise for the Los Angeles Lakers. Third, we're going to be looking at distress in Brooklyn. Brooklyn's going through a lot, so we're going to be looking at the trouble going on in Brooklyn. And the last keynote is going to be about key performances. We're going to talk about certain players that just have been shining or putting on great performances so far in the NBA season. California, LA, palm trees, sun, beaches, the whole thing. We all know it's always good times in LA, but that's not translating to their basketball team. Not the Clippers, but the Lakers. So, guys, with everything going on in LA, we all know they're 0-3. They took an L against Golden State, they took an L against the Clippers, and they took an L against the Portland Trailblazers. So, what's going on in LA? Like, what do y'all feel like is wrong? Like, just, what's your thoughts about the whole situation in LA?
If I had to put it in order, 4 things, right? Team structure, they can't shoot or score the ball, sloppy gameplay, and honestly, I hate to say it, but Russell Westbrook. It's a big problem.
Which is tough.
He has to either compromise and come off the bench, or they need to trade him. It's just not gonna work. He's too ball dominant.
No, what you think, bro? What's going on in LA?
Bro, get rid of these old ass people, alright? That's your first start. You feel me? I got these old nice people, you feel me, that was once nice at different teams, then you try to bring them all together and fucking now it's poison. You feel me? The shit is a death box, you feel me? Now what you need to do is fucking get some young players, you feel me? I'm not talking about Kyle Kuzma. Nah. You need some fresh out of high school people, you feel me? That's hungry. And once you feel me, you start feeding them, they gonna feed you feel me? But right now, these washed up players, I don't wanna say washed up because it was once nice and it was once my favorite players. But y'all not winning games. This is supposed to be a money team. Y'all not winning games is nah, bro. Nah.
Seriously, that's the tough thing about LA. Like Gnwopp said, it's tough times in LA, and it comes from multiple different things. When you look at Russell Westbrook, right? And I don't mean to be the guy to criticize Russell Westbrook, but listen, when you see something, you gotta analyze it. It's not even hating, but Russell Westbrook cannot shoot the ball. Patrick Beverly cannot shoot the ball. Lonnie Walker cannot shoot the ball. So you have point guards that cannot shoot. So when you have AD in the post, or when you have LeBron down low, who are they kicking it out to? They don't have anybody they can pass it out to and shoot. So automatically, not just Westbrook, but LA doesn't have any kind of shooters. At least when they had Kuzma or KCP, Malik Monk, all these other guys, they can take the 3-point shot and they have a good chance at making it. Russ from deep ain't really making it. Patrick Beverly ain't really making it. Like, it's just a bad constructed team, like Forrest said. Like, just the structure of the team, it's not really good. LeBron has always flourished around shooters. If you go back into the Miami days, you look at Mike Miller, Shane Battier, they had Ray Allen, Rashard Lewis, like even Chris Bosh could shoot from down low as well. So like you had shooters, feel me? Then you go to Cleveland, still had J.R. Smith, Iman Shumpert. You still had multiple guys that can really take this ball and shoot. But LeBron is with the team now that doesn't have any shooters, and it hurts him. So,
bro, you know what I hear when I watch them play? That's why I hit.
Oh, bricks. See? Bricks.
Hella bricks.
No one's about to build a house because of all the bricks the Lakers be shooting. Like,
this shit gonna be bigger than my house, bro.
Listen,
no kid.
It's tough out here. Like, listen, there's a lot of trouble in LA because the Lakers, of course, they're always going to be a team that's going to be discussed because, listen, they're a team tied up with the Celtics that have 17 championships. They're a phenomenal team from history-wise. And it has LeBron James. Anywhere LeBron James go, it's always going to be some kind of information, drama, or just people trying to get the insight on what's happening. So LA has a lot to fix. To me, if LA doesn't have their team fixed before the All-Star break, we know for a fact that this Laker team does not have a chance. Even if AD's playing, even if LeBron is playing, I still don't give them a chance if they still have this present constructed team. Now that could change if they get more shooters. That could possibly change the whole outcome of the team and change the whole playoff balance.
Maybe a better coach. We got Westbrook shooting double-digit threes in the last 2 games. He's only made 1 3 in the last 2 games, yet he's double digits. Why?
It's tough. Yeah, you could look at coaching too, but I know last year they came after Frank Vogel.
Decision.
And Frank Vogel, yes, Frank Vogel wasn't the best of coaches.
He's a better coach than the coach they have now.
It's still an early start, so I can't really determine or predict that yet. Because Darvin Ham, I really want to see what he does.
His resume. Shout out to Frank Vogel. He's not getting enough love. He kept his team together in the bubble, won a championship. One of the most difficult championships to win in NBA history. And we try to sucker him, man. We need Vogel back, or we need Jason Kidd to step up. He was an assistant coach. I'm not sure of his position now.
Yeah,
but
he's the head coach of
the decisions the Lakers been making, and why are we giving Rob Pelinka an extension? Why are we giving our GM an extension and he's picking up players like Westbrook and Patrick Beverly that need to go in a retirement home? This is atrocious.
It's tough. I love my boy Pat Bev. Pat Bev, you could be a defender on my team any day of the week. But
go back to the Clippers. We don't want you here.
Listen, Pat Bev on the Clippers, I don't mind. I mean, I'm good because, guys.
Give us Zubac back. We give you Beverly. Give us Zubac.
The Clippers, that's one of my teams. But, with Pat Bev, I'm kind of good off him now. But when you surround Pat Bev with shooters and an all-star or a superstar talent, Pat Bev flows in your offense. He focuses on defense while you had Kawhi, PG, Marcus Morris taking these big-time shots. So, but in LA, where Bron and AD's looking to kick it out sometime, Pat Bev is not that guy to take that shot.
I got a question though.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
You feel which team you think Pat was best at? You feel me? Lakers, Memphis, Clippers.
To me, Pat Bev was best with the Clippers. I feel like he really found his spot there defensively. Here's the thing though, and I'll justify it because it does sound biased because I am as Kawhi being there, I'm a Clippers fan. But the reason I say that is because when I look at Pat Bev was over there in Houston. Good time in Houston, played okay. But when I look at the Clippers, Pat Bev and Lou Williams, just them two together, alongside Tobias Harris, took that KD Golden State Warriors team to a Game 6. Feel me? Mm-hmm. So, he played some good basketball in the Clippers. And then, I'll never forget, Pat Bev's probably best game or best career highlight is the game-winning block on LeBron on Christmas Day when he was in LA.
For a regular season game. That's his best highlight. But what are the stakes?
But think about it.
What are the stakes?
We ain't even talking about, KD. So I ain't expecting no big dunk or big shot, but, Pat Bev to me has had the most success as a LA Clipper more than any other team. Think about it. Can y'all remember him doing anything on any other team?
Timberwolves. He looked good.
Timberwolves, yes. Timberwolves, I will say. I almost forgot about that.
Anthony Edwards and Cat Towns
Timberwolves,
for a while.
he did. Timberwolves, they did.
D-Rose was there too for a while too.
D-Rose was there as well, but that was before Pat Bev came.
Okay.
But still, he was good in Minnesota, and the reason I'll give him a lot of respect in Minnesota, and you could probably argue that was probably his best season, not in terms of stats, but he changed the culture of that team.
Yeah.
He had that team yo, listen, we could win it all.
And they really believed it, yeah.
They really believed it. And when they beat the Clippers in the play-in tournament, you would have thought they won the chip. Jumping on the table, you had Karl-Anthony Towns kissing his girl. These guys just won a play-in tournament. Yo, they just won a play-in tournament and they acting like they won the chip. That's one of the funniest moments I'll ever see in NBA history, but it's tough. All I know is there's trouble in LA. It stems from multiple issues. AD, can you stay healthy? Westbrook, will you ever develop a jump shot? Probably not. Pat Bev, we know, is not going to develop a jump shot. And LeBron, you never know. LeBron is at age 37, 38. At any given point, he could suffer an injury too. He's getting up there in age. So yeah, knee or something. So as of right now, there's trouble in LA. But hopefully the Lakers can turn around their season going forward. We're back with the third talking point, distress in Brooklyn. As we all know, a few years ago, the Lakers and the Nets were the favorites to win the championship, meet in the finals. LeBron and AD, Kyrie and KD, and it just didn't happen, because of multiple things. But as of right now, Brooklyn is a totally different team. James Harden is gone. They have Ben Simmons. They have more additions. They also lost Andre Drummond, and they also lost a few other assets, but they added pieces as well, like Royce O'Neal. So Brooklyn is another team that we expect them to win that championship. You got Kevin Durant. You got Kyrie Irving. And you have a returning Ben Simmons that, although he's not the shooter, he still defends at a very high level. But we've seen them lose to a couple of teams so far, and in a manner that surprises you. Blown out by the Pelicans, Zion and Ingram. Then they took on the Grizzlies, where Ja Morant just completely took over that game entirely. So, how are we feeling about Brooklyn? Like, what you think so far? Gnwopp, I'm gonna let you take the floor first, bro.
Bring Uncle Drew back. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. But freaking, I ain't gonna hold you. KD be eating. You feel me? It's like, how everybody have a whole expectation for LeBron to carry the Lakers. You feel me? I ain't gonna hold you. Like, it seems like KD, my boy Kyrie could do much more. But you feel me? But they alright. I'll go watch a game.
Alright, do you think, bro? Yo.
Alright. So what?
You said I'm gonna go watch a game, bro? Yo.
Nah, I meant actually at the state, the fucking
Alright, don't worry, bro. Four, Brooklyn. What's going on, man? What's up in Brooklyn?
Right now, Brooklyn, let's see what we got with the Nets. We got probably the same big three. You know how all the teams are trying to create a big three right now. We got KD, we got Kyrie, and we got Ben Simmons. And although all three of those separate players have their own niches, we know KD and Kyrie can give you 20 to 25 points nightly easily, right? Ben Simmons' deficiencies and their lack of ability to not lead. They just don't have a leader. Kyrie is very isolatory. He likes to isolate himself, do things. He alienates himself. He's burning sage. He's into crystals, Illuminati, triangles, whatever. Hey, man, to each his own, but that causes disruptions. We heard about KD's comments about his head coach in the beginning of the season. He was trying to get rid of Steve Nash and the general manager, so that just causes discourse. Although they may say they put that behind them, they're grown men at the end of the day, and that bothers them, and it messes with their ego and the way they play and perform. So I think it messes with their ability to truly go far. I think the team has a peak. I can't see them just completing it, and which is sorry. Their expectations for that team, because of the superstars and all-stars and the names, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, these are now household names. We expect a lot from them, and I don't think they'll have the ability to deliver, truthfully. It's almost sad, because I am a New York fan, not big on KD, but he's a great player. Who am I to say any different? So
yeah, absolutely right.
They don't have a leader. They just truly don't have a leader. I think that's their biggest problem.
They don't. That's the number one thing in my opinion, because KD, although a great player, is not a leader. And sometimes just because a player on your team is the best player doesn't automatically make them the leader. The thing with Brooklyn and LA that I find so funny is Brooklyn, right? I could see LA having more success than Brooklyn, right? I believe so. As long as AD and Braun is healthy, I can see that, because you have LeBron James, who has won before at a high elite level, and when AD's healthy, he makes all the difference on the floor. However, when I look at the Nets, the Nets, I look at problems. You never know when Kyrie's going to go on some kind of trend of leaving the team, going somewhere else, saying, I don't need a coach, as he once said before. You just don't. Kyrie's very unpredictable. I love Kyrie. He's a talented player. When I look at how he plays the game, he's not a basketball player. He's a wizard. What he does on the court is insane. But he is problematic in some ways on what he's done. At least his history tells us so. I want to believe that Kyrie's going to have a healthy, great season this season, but we just don't know. KD. Now to KD, great talented player, but doesn't have that leader within him. And if KD's not the leader, who is the leader of the Brooklyn Nets? And when we look at Ben Simmons has returned, but he's still scared to shoot. Ben Simmons does not attempt any kind of shot. And for you to be a guy that's at 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", whatever how tall he is, for you to not be going up and trying to dunk it is my biggest issue. Because Giannis couldn't shoot for nothing. But when you look at Giannis now, Giannis has developed somewhat of a shot. If Giannis can improve, Ben Simmons can improve. So there's no excuse.
Ben Simmons not built like Giannis.
But see, that's another thing too. Sometimes everybody's built differently. Because sometimes you can have the talent, but you might not have the mentality. And that's the difference between certain NBA players. Like, have all the talent in the world, but yeah, Kobe. Like, listen, Black Mamba, Kobe. That mentality hits you different. For example, KD. KD could probably score more efficiently and better than Kobe Bryant. But Kobe Bryant's mentality puts him in a whole different category compared to KD. At least to me. So I see a lot of problems in Brooklyn. And to me, the main problem, not only just among the players, I'm going to look at Steve Nash. I don't think Steve Nash is really a good coach. I think Steve Nash is just give Kyrie and KD the ball and get the hell out the way. That's what I kind of pick up from Steve Nash. I don't really like his coaching plans, his adjustments, even his rotations I'm not really a fan of. So to me, if the Nets do not have a certain amount of success this season, to me, they should at least reach their first Eastern Conference Finals. If they do not reach that, Steve Nash needs to be on the hot seat. To our last talking point, we're going to be talking about key performances. This is where a player really stood out, and we're just going to talk about that specific game. So, I'm going to start with you first, bro. What player really stood out so far in the short 3-4 games that's played so far?
Ja Morant against my Lakers last night.
Yeah,
and I got to give kudos, though, to my runner-up Desmond Bane. You know, he had over 30 points as well.
Nice.
But Ja Morant's consistency and his heart to work better and work at his game, command his team, become a leader, improve his shooting, make his free throws, make smart decisions. He's not dunking as much. He's not taking the risk on his body. His improvement overall as a person, as a player, is beautiful to watch. I think he may be the next Giannis. I think he may not get enough credit how Giannis has taken over, and we may even say Giannis is the best player in the league. I think Ja Morant could have a similar effect to almost Curry in showing young players maybe the right way how to play basketball. I'm not sure he may change the game as in a way where he's making threes, but we could definitely see a championship in his future. These first 3 games, his offensive showing has been beautiful, and his defense has been decent. My early MVP for the season is Ja Morant.
That is perfectly said. The thing about Ja, too, I didn't even think about it in this way, but, you know, Ja will be here for years to come after Curry's eventually gone. And Curry has shown kids, like, he wasn't the only player to do this, but Curry has been like the main guy that's taken that 3-point shot to a whole nother level, where every kid just wants to shoot threes. But watching a guy like Ja Morant might encourage young players to be that, for example, 2011 D Rose, where you go to the hoop and you dunk on people. You try to finish on people. Like, the way Ja is going to that rim, attacking the rim every single time, we can have the next generation attacking the rim once again instead of only taking outside shots. So that's great. And I know Ja Morant, not only just in that Brooklyn game, but had another 40-night performance game as well. So Ja Morant, these couple of games so far, they're going crazy.
You know what he is?
Gnwopp.
He is an all-around athlete.
Yeah,
that's why he moves like that.
Very athletic, explosive.
Very athletic.
You could compare him to like a Westbrook, but it's I believe he has just better basketball IQ. He understands the pick and roll to pass.
I'll trust him to take my shot more than
He took a deep three last night in the fourth. It wasn't last night, excuse me. The game against the Lakers, he took a deep three at the right time, made it, and that basically iced the game for them. So
iced the game. So Gnwopp, you going with Ja Morant too?
Man.
All right, so we got 2 votes for Ja Morant. Ja Morant, you looking real good on this podcast right now, bro. But my pick, I'm going to go with Damian Lillard. So Dame time has been, Dame time has been crazy. Listen, in the couple of games they played, the 4 games I believe they played, the first 3 games, Dame Lillard has had 40-point games back to back to back. It's been crazy. He's had his 40-point games against the Kings, the Suns, and the Lakers. And just last night, well, a few nights ago, against Denver, had a 30-point game. So Dame has been crazy. And I'm really going to give it to him because, as we all know, last season he was injured for a good part of the season. With the C.J. McCollum trade happened. Anthony Simons had to step up. We didn't really look at Portland as a team to do anything. We kind of thought it was clipped. But Dame Lillard is showing that this Portland team could possibly be back in the playoffs and be a threat in the playoffs. Alongside Jeremy Grant, Portland's looking good. It's a great start. Hopefully they keep it up. But Dame would be my key player so far in this NBA season. All right, this has been the 2434 podcast. We went over a lot of good stuff. This has been episode 2. Episode 3 will be coming back next week. We record on Tuesdays, and normally the video drops Thursday, Friday, the latest. So stay tuned till then. I just want to shout out these 2 guys right here. Number 4, Gnwopp. Which I want to say to the audience before I close this out.
Appreciate you letting me come on here and share a little bit of my basketball knowledge. I want to follow the season a little bit more closer. I'm not going to lie. Pay attention a little bit more, see what's up, maybe make a return, And, check out my music if you want to, if you're into basketball.
I'll drop that in the description as well.
Drop a link or something, it's always there. So it's been fun.
Gnwopp.
I appreciate you having me, honestly, you feel me? And if you guys want any more content or whatever,
Definitely.
follow me on the gram at Gnwopp, at GNWOPP, you feel me? Feel me? Messing with the cause you lost,
I'll be dropping that. Alright, again, 2434 podcast coming back at you next week with more sports. Who knows how this NBA season will develop, but we'll be back to cover it. That's what we do here at 2434. So, appreciate y'all for watching. Thank y'all.
2434,
Let's go.